All right, Wilkes. Take a look right here and watch that ball real close where it's at on that line. Okay. I'm gonna show you something right here. That's your ball's on that line. Now watch what you do when you get set up. Forward, 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 forward. Okay. So you scooted it up about 3 or 4 inches. All right. So what that's telling you is right there, you lined up a little bit too close. So right back here, when that ball's on the ground, all right, say you're standing straight up right here on this blue line. When you extend an arm, that's where your ball's going to be. 1 arm's length away is your ball. That's how you got to line yourself up. Okay. By scooting it forward, you're snapping a little bit farther than you need to. You might be penalized. I don't know what they'll do to you, but you don't want to move that ball. Maybe roll it around a little bit just to position it on the ground for your hand. But I definitely wouldn't get in the habit of pushing that forward like you're doing right now. So let's get that eliminated real quick. So arm's length away, lining up. I like how you check your target. Okay, so this is you pretty much set right here. You check your target before you put your hands on the ball, and you never look at it again. Okay, so let's do a couple things. Your back is perfect in that stance. It is flat as a board. You've got a huge gap right here, and you get power right there by crunching down. All right, that's textbook. This head right here, I'm gonna put a big X on it because we need to get that fixed. You need to tuck your chin to your chest like you're holding a golf ball up against your neck, or a double chin. You know, if you kind of tuck the chin down, you got that little fat roll right under your chin. Pull that head back in like that, okay? Because your back of your head right here, you can see where I put the blue line. You're up a little higher than your back. You want all that to be a straight line, okay? It doesn't have to be parallel to the ground. It can be like that, but your head is going to touch the back of that line. So you've got to tuck your chin down. That's a big deal, okay? Your leg position's real good. I like that a bunch. Your knee is back behind your toe, which looks great. Like I said, your gap's good here. Your heel's up off the ground. I can see the shadow under your shoe there. Shift your butt back 2 inches, and that's going to put your heel on the ground. Think about squatting in the weight room. If coach is showing you right, and I know he is, you're going to almost stick your butt back as you start the squat motion. Same thing here. Stick your butt back about 1 or 2 inches and get your heels on the ground right there. Snapping starts flat-footed. Okay, you don't want to be up on the balls of your feet. Your arm extension looks pretty good. Just make sure that this left arm's not locked all the way out. Have a little bounce in your elbow right here to where it'll move. If you lock that totally out, I don't think you've got it locked out, but it is pretty straight. And I'll just make that note. But don't get this arm locked out. And your right arm's got to have a little bend in it too, okay? But that doesn't look too bad. As I'm looking at you right here on this clip, the only 2 things that I do not like is your heels up off the ground and your head being up where you can't see. So your lineup's pretty good, but you got to get your measurement right, being arm's length away when you line up so you don't advance that ball forward out here. Okay, we don't want it. All right, so we'll scoot through here a little bit. Okay. Be more aggressive. You're going to get power 3 places. You're going to get it here by pulling that ball hard. You're going to get it here by crunching down. And you're going to get it in your leg back here as that leg pops straight. Okay? So the action, when you start moving, your elbows ought to get to 90 degrees. Your upper body comes down, like crunching down, like doing a sit-up kind of. And then as your hands come through, that leg's going to pop straight back here. Okay? If you're doing all that, you put as much power on the ball as you can if you've got that synced up pretty good, okay? One issue on this is I don't know that you're going to finish forward, but I bet you might take a step forward where your heels are up. If you can get the heels down, then as you start snapping, the heel will come up, but you got to start with it down, and then that foot's going to drag back on the turf, okay? And you'll see the little rubber pellets kick up maybe or have 2 little marks there if you snap enough balls in that same spot, okay? But your toes drag, your heels rise. Or actually, it's the other way. Heels rise, toes drag as you come through. Okay, you've got a little hop in there. Let your toes drag. Up front here, your elbows never really get 90 degrees. You need to get a band and start working on pulling that band to get that trained up because you're real low right here. That forearm right here should be this line if you're pulling hard enough. Toes need to scoot. Your finished position, let's get the hands out to the side so your palms will face to the right and to the left. And that lets me know you pushed everything you can away with those fingers, okay? Right here, your right hand's kind of up in the air and your left palm's out, which is good, but that right one needs to be out also, okay? Your hamstrings look stiff. You're going to need to start stretching and getting as loose as you can, low back, hips, and hamstrings, because watch, your legs don't really straighten out from here. They just kind of, actually, your right foot doesn't hardly move at all. Don't stick into the ground. Let yourself move. Again, your toes are going to drag back. That might be 6 inches. It might be a foot. Everybody's different, okay? But you got to let that happen. Let those feet drag back.